What's good, everybody? So I want to bring this up to address this again. I don't know why it's coming back up in support of a season pass for DLC 2. However, it is coming back up, even though this has been addressed already, even with the content creator that literally talked about this in a video. But I wanted to address it once again, publicly, again. Guys, this is being used. So, I was watching Rose's recent video and he was using this to maybe point at a season pass part 2, season 2. He's brought this up before and I've told him about this before, but yet and still, so let me show y'all. These are DLCs. These are DLCs for the game. Doesn't mean that these are DLCs for the season, okay? But I want to show you something. And I've told him this as well, if you hover over this, it literally tells you what it is. DLC 1, New Power Awakens Part 1. Hover over DLC 2, it tells you A New Power Awakens Part 2. 3 doesn't say anything because it's not out yet. When it's out, this will more than likely change to DLC 3, the trunk stuff. This used to be the same way. This didn't used to say A New Power Awakens Part 2, okay? If you hover over the other ones, it tells you exactly what they are. Pre-order pack, aged wild steak, Dragon Palace Bowl, Tao Papa Pillar, hot grilled fish, compilation pack, season pass. So all of these guys are literally just DLCs or downloadable content that's in the game. And the question was asked, well, why are they labeled DLC 1 through 8? Because that's just how they do it. There is no other explanation. It's not a mystery. It's not a secret. They're labeled DLCs because that's literally what they are. DLCs. Every single one of these, that's downloadable content. The pre-order pack, you can buy that, download it. Age Wild Steak is DLC. You got to put in a code to get that stuff. DLC, 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 DLC. Okay. All of this stuff is downloadable content. That's why it's there. Now, I'm not saying that they won't do another season, but they literally said this is the last DLC. So we, at this point in time, we have to go off of that this is the last DLC. And the way that Bandai has been doing with this game, I don't see them doing another DLC, another season. CyberConnect 2 is going to be working on a Demon Slayer game. Like, it's going to be stretched, bro. Like, if we get another season, like, it's going to be a while before we get content for it. So, guys, this is what you can go to this site, man, and look at this yourself. It's on the Steam data files. Like, it's all there. It's not anything hidden. They labeled it DLC because all of this stuff is DLC. This is not pointing to another season. It's not. You see what I'm saying? But hopefully, I'm like everybody else, man. I hope they do another season. I hope they just, when they said this the last DLC, I hope they mean for this particular season. But the way that they said it, I don't know, man. And sales for the game hadn't been very good since the first 2 weeks. So I don't know if they'll continue to support it. And then on to this, because this has come up yet again. This is still going around, guys. And I don't know why people are still asking this question. Why did they start with Super Saiyan God and Blue and then go to this? Guys, some of y'all forget that this is a business. This is going to sell a lot more season passes than if they were to do the movie villains. I don't think anybody would argue with that. I'm not saying that people aren't excited about getting like movie villain DLCs and stuff like that. I definitely would. But the market is heavy with Dragon Ball Super. Lead with that. That's going to sell you season passes. It's a business move, man. It doesn't have to make sense to us as gamers, because at the end of the day, Bandai is a company and they're a company that wants to make money. This was going to sell a lot more season passes than movie villains. You see what I'm saying? Now they say, why y'all start with this and then go to this? Because this isn't linear. This isn't part 3. This is just DLC. This is just a third DLC. You get what I'm saying? They wanted to give people this. Why? Because there's a lot of people who who like Dragon Ball Super. The people that they made this game for came into this game through Dragon Ball Super. You see what I'm saying? And I got that right there too. Let me show y'all this, because I got that here. Not that. I don't want to click on that. Let's see. Let's go to this link here, because I want to show y'all this as well. I don't know what all these ads are, man. Just ignore that stuff. Can you give me hints? Playable characters. I'm going to the question. The team ever consider. Okay, so here's the question here. He says, did the team ever consider starting with Dragon Ball's storyline and maybe going into Dragon Ball Z? Why did you decide to revisit the story of Z as opposed to doing something like Dragon Ball Super, as Super is a little more in the public eye right now? What made you want to retell this tale that has been told so many times? What do you think you could bring to it that's different this time around? This is the producer saying, as you mentioned, I think a lot of people's consciousness is more with Dragon Ball Super, or more recently Dragon Ball Super Broly. I think a lot of it has to do with timing. If there are new fans joining the Dragon Ball community from Super or Broly, that is, as you mentioned, very fresh in their minds. Because of this timing, we wanted to actually go for the Dragon Ball Z and bring this into a new generation. I think it's easy to say we all know this storyline. Where am I? There we go. We all know this storyline, the sagas, but what we discovered through examining what story to tell is that a lot of people forgot, aside from major scenes, little details that happen in between. Dragon Ball Z is very well known for battles and scenes between the characters we love, but there's a lot of elements of their daily lives and character growth. This idea of having comrades supporting each other, a lot of people have forgotten, and forming a clean slate to retelling that story, shining the spotlight on Goku as the hero in the entire Z saga. I think there's kind of beauty in that which we want to bring back as an RPG. So that's him basically telling you this game wasn't made for longtime fans. This game was designed and made with the new people coming into Dragon Ball through Super, and this is why they brought this in. I know you're gonna say, well, why didn't they bring Dragon Ball Super Broly in? Because it's a Dragon Ball Z game. These were from the Z movies. Like, at some point in time, y'all gotta just realize that you're wrong. Like, this isn't Super, man. This is Z. That's why they didn't do Dragon Ball Super Broly. That's why they didn't do any of the DLCs going into Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, this showed up in Dragon Ball Super, but the anime and the manga were adaptations of these movies from Z. Okay? Yet and still, that's the way that it is. Like, this is just business, man. Y'all got to look at stuff from a business aspect. And when you start to do that, you'll begin to understand a lot of the reasons why they do what they did. And it makes sense. So hopefully this is cleared up. A lot of misinformation that's still going around, a lot of confusion. This should be said, like saying stuff like maybe they'll do another season pass because of this. You got to make sure you're letting people know this is speculation, man. That's speculation. You can't get on here and say they got DLC 1 through 10, you know, they're going to do another season pass. Like, why would they do this? Like, no, let people know, man. This is, I'm speculating, you know, because people listen to every word that we say as content creators. And if you don't say that you're speculating, they're going to take what you're saying as fact. Also, you know, in your titles, when you're not putting question marks on your titles, you're just putting your titles as if what you're saying is confirmed or fact. People are going to take it as such, and that leads to misinformation and it leads to disappointment. So be studious and courteous in that regard. Till next time, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.